Today, I'm going to see if I can turn this Lego tree into a full tree house. Let's have a closer look.
So I just spent the last several hours building this pretty boring, mediocre tree. And when I say mediocre, I mean incredibly mediocre because it is incredibly flimsy. Anyway, I've never been the greatest at building trees, so I wanted something that would really stretch myself. So I've created this super cool tree. It's super tall, but I want to make it into a full tree house. The only requirements is actually super simple. I just want one little structure kind of off to the side where some minifigure could stay and dwell, you know? So yeah, we've kind of got a big old trunk here, kind of blocky, and then it gets a little bit flimsier as it gets up. But I added literally all of my green leaf pieces in my collection. And so yeah, let's see how we can do this.
To actually fit a tree house hut within the tree, you have to build a branch to put the tree house on. So that's what I started by doing. And I wanted it to be super sturdy because, like I said, I don't know if this tree is even going to hold by the end of the video. So I had to make it super strong, but also super light. So I built a super strong structure to build a hut on. And so this is our branch here. It's just going to sit on the trunk right there. We got the remaining limbs over there. And then this is the tree house that I actually started to build. I'm actually kind of proud of how it looks, I think. It's okay. I tried some different techniques and stuff, and it looks okay. The railing's kind of a funny little thing, but it holds together nice. It's at a slight angle because the tan battle droid looking arms are actually lower than the rest, so it looks illegal, but it's totally fine. So yeah, now I just got to build the back wall and give it the rest of the interior. I cranked out the last part of this build, and it took a lot longer than I initially thought. So I finished the hut, or the little house. I don't actually know what to call it. I gave it an interior. I made sure our minifigures could fit as well, because that's important. But yeah, I had to go back and reconstruct the tree trunk a little bit to actually hold the weight of this little structure. Oh, it was a nightmare, but got it. It looks okay. And then I went back in and added all the leaves, and then I went and spiced up the base a little bit. And so let's see the finished product. Okay, right off the bat, to be completely honest, I'm really surprised that it's holding the weight of the hut here. You can maybe see it lean forward ever so slightly. That's why it's not centered on the base. But yeah, and I realized last night that after I'd finished building it, that I did not include a ladder to get up to it. So, you know, it's okay. You win some, you lose some. But yeah, it's super cool. It definitely looks very run down. So maybe it's an abandoned treehouse. But, well, I put stuff in the interior. I'll show you all that in a minute. But yeah, it's just a lot taller than I thought. It's probably a little bit more than a foot tall off the ground. I love the low angle shot you could get there. But yeah, it's definitely not perfect, but it does fit some minifigures. On the inside, I included a pink guitar on the wall. There's like a bottle of juice back there. And then I think I included, yeah, there's a little clock up there. You can kind of see it. So not very well lit. And then there's our little froggy friend there. So yeah, and the railing is super fragile. Definitely had to get creative with that. But yeah, the side of the hut, I just used some textured pieces, lots of plates. The roof is actually super fragile because I wanted it to look realistic. So it actually doesn't hold up very well. So we won't be putting too much pressure on it. But the whole thing, like the way that this hut attaches to this branch here and then it's mounted to the side of the tree, there's lots of snot bricks. You can see, I don't have any in brown, so that's why they're gray. But yeah, and then I mounted it right there. You can see a mounting point right there. So definitely looks a little goofy there, but I think it was good. This was a good attempt at a tree. I've never really been good at building Lego trees, and so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's definitely not my favorite mock I've done, but it was good practice, and I want to take what I learned from it to make better trees in my builds. Probably not including a tree house, though. That was the real challenge. The base, I didn't spend too much time on the base in general, but I just put a bunch of these leaf pieces on. I kind of made it a little bit more dense with these leaves in the back, kind of around the tree to hide it, and it looks really good. Plus a little opening spot for a minifigure to stand, or I don't know, it just looks more natural instead of completely covering the base. I don't think I showed you all the backside, but yeah, it's not perfect. I really think I spent way too long on this. Another thing you can see, I don't have any brown stick pieces.
So there's black, which honestly works just fine. But yeah, I definitely need to invest in some parts for trees. So I gotta say, this tree house was inspired by the Lego Ideas Treehouse that came out well, a while now, but that was one of the first massive sets I ever got, and I love it still. I still own it, just not here at college. But yeah, this was an inspiration. I took a lot of like the texture, the color ideas, and utilized it here. But yeah, comment below if you guys have that set or what you guys think about this, and I'll see you guys next week.